COVID-19 update. AstraZeneca Johnson & Johnson resume vaccine trials. Leading COVID-19 vaccine makers AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson are back on track in the US. Their respective COVID-19 vaccine clinical trials have resumed that signified hope for the country. According to Medical Express, COVID-19 has killed over 223,000 Americans and continues to threaten the country's population health. AstraZeneca announced the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, today authorized a restart in the US, following the resumption of trials in other countries in recent weeks. On September 6, the company paused its clinical trials globally due to a major unknown adverse event. The pause was brief in the UK. It was followed by trial resumes in Africa, Brazil, and Japan when the vaccine was not connected to the event. The US was the sole country that took longer to approve the resume. AstraZeneca and the University of Oxford's COVID-19 vaccine is in phase 3 trials with up to 30,000 participants. The trials assess the safety, efficacy, and immunogenicity of the vaccine. The primary objective is to find out how effective the vaccine is against COVID-19. So far, the trial is limited to adults aged 18 years and older, but welcomes adults with underlying conditions, including HIV. After AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson also announced the resumption of its COVID-19 vaccine trials. The Independent Data Safety and Monitoring Board handling the ENSEMBLE trial finished the data review. The board found no clear evidence that connects the vaccine to the illness developed by participants. Thus, the trials have been allowed to resume. The trials evaluate the safety and efficacy of the Janssen vaccine in up to 60,000 participants, aged 18 years or older. Yet, the company did not mention if people with underlying health conditions or those with the highest risk of COVID-19 may participate. The only added detail is the participation of some adults older than 60 years. Clinical trial pauses are not new in medical science. A pause may happen at any time, and it represents the seriousness in identifying potential side effects. This may help investigators to determine population groups that may benefit the most from experimental drugs. This also helps reduce the possible exposure of many people to unwanted effects if a drug was not rigorously tested. None of the COVID-19 experimental vaccines have received full approval from the FDA.